people will preach that they want equal treatment for everyone.
Yeah.
But when you start to, not attack, but when you start to kind of pick apart what they're saying, it becomes obvious that that's not really what they mean. So you talk about people that do profess Black Lives Matter, which I understand, and I do think there should be equality for all, but it's almost, equality shouldn't have any terms and conditions to it. It should be equality for everyone, full stop.
And it's a blanket statement.
Yeah. Whatever, but people, and like you said, it can be a bit of a stereotype, but
that's
I feel
my
like
experience.
everyone that's black has been exposed to a black person that is homophobic.
Yeah.
I think that is quite a fair statement to make.
Do you know, like, my missus played me a song of the old Ice Cream Van music, and then she showed me like the original version, and it was like littered with the N-word and hanging black people and stuff like that, and then like in my head I drew parallels then straight away, because I was thinking, hang on, I've listened to a lot of like Jamaican music or whatever, just grown up on it, that will be like talking about one Batty Man and all of this.
See, I think that's crazy, because personally I'm all for equality. I don't care. I honestly don't think being gay changes the person that you are. It doesn't make a difference. It shouldn't be a vocal point of your personality. Same way being straight isn't a vocal point of our personalities. If you're gay, bi, any LGBTQ, I'm not bothered. Everyone should get treated the same, and everyone should have the same opportunities to succeed in society. And I think if you're preaching Black Lives Matter, but then turn around and don't think that people should be gay, you almost have to really think about what you stand for in a way. Because Black Lives Matter is about equality. And if you don't believe in equality, you don't really agree with that agenda, do you? Until people understand that preaching for equality is preaching for equality for everyone, then I just don't know how much movement's going to be made, because it's a very easy way to attack that movement. It's a very easy way to because it's very easy to say, well, I've spoke to people that I know, and they've been talking about Black Lives Matter and how they think equality is wicked, and then you mentioned, okay, what about homosexuals, and the whole mood changes. And it's like, nah, but there's nothing. But nothing. Whether you agree with it or not, if you agree with equality, they should get equal treatment, and it just is. That's it.
Well, that's what I think.
Because when you introduce these terms and conditions, it makes it very easy to pick it apart. We was talking about vague language earlier. How would you say, we think equality for all, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Like, it's equality or nothing.
Exactly.
Essentially,
and
isn't it?
I feel like the movement should be towards none of this, I don't see colour, none of this, I don't see culture. It should be, I understand that all these people are from different cultures, different colours, different races, and they all have different life experiences, and we should be inclusive, and we should love them for their differences. Because that's what we're working towards, isn't it? And that includes gay people, and that includes the whole LGBTQ community.
Why do you think in like the black community there is like a prejudice against homosexuality? Because I know, like, say some people that are gay, like black and gay, they'll probably have a harder time like coming out and expressing their sexuality in comparison. And
that's a controversial statement too, though, because you'll say that to a black person, they won't agree with that. They won't think. Well, actually, no, that's a stereotype. Some black people won't think that gay people have it difficult. They'll say they've got it easy, because obviously the history of oppression of black people, the history of oppression of loads of minorities is just concrete, and you cannot discount that. But I think
we have to stop comparing them.
You shouldn't compare prejudices, you shouldn't. But I think if you're a minority and you're gay, that's difficult, man. I do personally think that's very difficult, because at least if you're a minority and someone's racist to you, or society is racist to you, you can go home, and when you're home,
you can be yourself.
You can be you, innit? And you have that place of solace. But I feel like some people that are minorities and are homosexual or LGBTQ, sometimes they ain't got a home to go to. So how difficult is it then when the society doesn't agree with you, especially modern day society with the rise of like people are really against trans for some reason.
Yeah.
But imagine being a minority that gets oppressed socially and then going home and getting oppressed by your family because
as well.
That's crazy.
Where can you live?
Where can you live? Where can you go? Where's the place of solace?
I hear you.
And I think, like obviously we was just saying, you can't compare life experience, you can't compare prejudice, you really can't. It's difficult. It's too difficult. Yeah. How do you equate suffering? You can't. And it's something that you just shouldn't do. It's distasteful, I think. But at the same time, you've got to empathise. And empathy is what I think society is missing right now. People don't empathise. People think my existence my existence is the hardest existence. I don't want to hear anything off anyone else.
I think that's the key word because like I do think like I don't think that sometimes like I don't think you should really force people to believe things that they don't believe.
Exactly.
Or, like, but I do think that people should have empathy.
So people should have empathy. Yeah, people should have empathy, and it's just like anything else. Like, I can empathise with someone's struggle, even if I haven't lived it. I'll never understand, but I can empathise with it, and I can listen to you talk about the things that you've been through, and like realise that it's difficult. Yeah. And people just don't want to do that.
They don't.
People don't want to do that. But I think until there's equality for everyone, there's equality for no one. People are saying no lives matter until Black lives matter. That's true, but that should be the same for every minority.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Every minority.